Hi guys, this is Rosalind Lewis with JP and Associates Realtors, Carolina Living, and today's video is the second installment in my credit series. I'm going to be discussing letters of explanation, what they are, why you need them, why the lender is asking for them, and discuss the basic elements that should be included in your letter of explanation. So you want to stay tuned. If your lender requests a letter of explanation due to items that they describe on your credit report that need attention, do not panic. This is very common practice. The top 3 reasons why a lender will basically ask you for a letter of explanation is number 1, any discrepancies, number 2, late payments, number 3, defaults on your credit report. They can also ask the questions about your employment, such as any gaps in your employment timeline. For instance, if you went from being an accountant to being a computer analyst, they will want to know the reasons behind that change. They want to know of any previous addresses to make sure that all the addresses listed on your credit report are in fact yours. The previous addresses are the addresses listed on your credit report, and if they are incorrect, that will be the first indicator that something is not right. One thing to keep in mind is that if a lender is asking you for a letter of explanation, there are more details surrounding a specific situation that they discover that they want to know more about, like what happened and why and how did you fix it. They want to know if there was a complete disregard for the fact that you owed that debt, or if you were financially unable to pay that debt. If there was an extenuating circumstance that attributed to non-payment or default, you will have to explain those circumstances. Examples of extenuating circumstances would be like a loss of a job, separation, divorce, hospitalization, if you break a limb and your job is dependent on you being physically able and you were not able to work for a period of time. So those are things that they will consider, and you would want to mention those in your letter of explanation. Now, if there's something dealing with death, divorce, separation, hospitalization, you will need to provide some type of concrete supporting documents, and whatever type of supporting documents you feel comfortable giving, especially when it comes to medical. But you want to have documentation that says this is what it is. This is the date that it occurred. It lines up with what's on my credit report that you see, or I have saved money to pay off that debt owed. And you could include your bank statement proving that you have that money. Also explain that this will never happen again because I have the money and it is being paid off. If you are out of work due to illness, just to explain that you are healthy now and you have returned to work. Make the letter very simple and to the point. Try to just summarize instead of long, drawn-out explanations. They are not asking for a story at all. They just want to know reasons why to the questions that they send you to answer. And they want to make sure that you are a good borrower for their bank. Other reasons that a lender may ask for a letter of explanation is if you had a huge deposit into your savings or checking account. They want to know if that was a loan or if it was gift money from a relative. They just want to know where the money came from. Unfortunately for some, they'll also ask for a letter of explanation when it comes to late rent payments or previous mortgage payments that were late, as well as any information involving past bankruptcies or foreclosures. The biggest point that I try to make with my clients who cannot get over this stumbling block when it comes to writing a letter of explanation is to not be stubborn. You are asking the bank for money, not the other way around. And they're asking questions to make sure that you are a reliable borrower for their funds. So when it comes to the structure of the letter, you want it to be in a business format. You want to address the letter to the lender or underwriter, whoever the lender asks you to address it to. you want to include your name and your current address. And in that letter, you want to let them know what happened again, the date, the amount, how it was resolved. You don't want to brush the blame off on someone else. You definitely want to take full responsibility because this is your debt or your issue that you are trying to explain. You want to include any supporting documents such as medical bills, savings account statements that you have. Also, if you need to include a death certificate, birth certificate, divorce decree, separation documents, please do that. Finally, please sign the letter. Again, keep it simple. The worst that can happen is they say no. Then you have some time to better prepare for home ownership in the future. But return the letter of explanation as soon as possible to the lender. If you need more clarification on how to address an issue, please reach out to your lender or your realtor, and they will guide you when preparing these letters. And they'll look over the letters before they are submitted in writing for consideration by the bank. So if you have any questions or comments about the information that I am sharing, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. All my contact information will be in the description below. I will also have a link to the previous video, part 1, in the description. As always, I am here to be a good resource to you, and feel free to ask questions. Remember to like, comment, click the notification bell, and subscribe to my channel so that when I upload a new video, you will be notified immediately. Thanks for watching.